Hello, fire signs. Welcome to your reading. This is going to be for Sagittarius, Leo, and Aries. I feel like I didn't say that properly, but let's see what's going on for you guys, alright? For the fire signs, please, Spirit. I will be doing individual readings, so for those of you who are worrying that it will always be like this, it won't. Alright, one more, please, for fire signs. I feel like this is very similar to your reading last week. Beautiful energy coming through, especially for fire signs, because your first card is the Ace of Wands. So the fire signs, again, the fire back into their life, which is lovely. This is about new beginnings, passionate new beginnings, ones that we're enthusiastic about, ones that we're motivated by. So it does look like either a new idea is coming in. It's really going to spark a new beginning in your world. It could be a new career. It could just be new motivation to get things done in your life. Like, there's a lot coming in. But I am going to explain. It does seem like you are going to make a choice to walk away from something. And it may not just be to walk away from something. It could actually just be the courage to finally walk into something that you know you really want, if that makes any sense. We have the Peace card being the first card, so it's safe to say this is a great chilled week for you guys, which I think, considering this is your first card, is something that you have been waiting for. So peace comes in when we're actually trying to come to terms with some things that may have happened, people who have upset us. I think that you have gained peace from a situation, or within this week you will understand that sometimes we just don't understand, sometimes we just need to move forward. And peace is really good when it comes down to your manifestations as well. If there's something that you've been really holding on to, this card is saying that you're finally letting go, finding peace, and that way this egg hatches when it needs to hatch. So the egg representing something new coming into your life. So whether it's this new beginning, which I do see happening quite quickly, could be love, because your last card, actually, do I want to spoil? I'm gonna go in the way that it's saying to go in, because it's almost like maybe that's something that you didn't expect is the last thing, so I'll show you. So we have Thinker coming through after Peace. So when you've actually let go of something, I do believe that you might actually decide that the path that you really, really wanted might not actually be the path that you really do want. I think that you're going to be changing your mind about something. Thinker comes through usually when we're like, yeah, I could walk up this path here and I could succeed in this, but do I really want that? Do I just want to do something different? So you're asking yourself some very important questions. This will be a time of reflection for the fire signs. And it's very likely, I always say, when that Thinker card comes in, when we're at that point where we're actually like, do I really want this? Is it something that I really need? When we've reached this point, maybe just discontent, jaded in a current career or a current part of your life, we are going to make a change, which is a good thing in this case, because it does feel like you're going to take a leap of faith and you are going to make a move. Again, I kind of feel like this is not necessarily walking away from something, although for some of you it may be. You have to kind of walk away from something to walk into something else. But your focus is not on what you're walking away from, it's what you're walking towards. So it could even mean that what you currently have going on isn't even that bad. It's just that you want something more, you want something different, you want something with more passion, you want something with more inspiration. So you are picking up your bags and you are taking a trip somewhere, either spiritually, mentally, or physically, because this time to go is walking into another door. So there is that part of the journey, and when we least expect it, I kind of feel like somebody is going to be there to reap the rewards with you. I kind of feel like this is an unexpected trait, because this is what you wanted. Whatever it is that you're manifesting, to do with this egg, something is hatching into your life, something that you've made peace with is going to happen eventually, you just don't know when. That's still happening, but I kind of feel like by the time you reach that spot, you will have someone special in your life, even if it's just a loyal friend, a loyal companion. But for a lot of you, it could just be love, or if you're already in a relationship, then it looks like the both of you are going to be benefiting from something here, which is lovely. Maybe because you're happier, you know, for those who are in relationships, maybe that's been an issue. But now we have the Ace of Wands. Let's just continue. As I said in the beginning, Ace of Wands is like a great idea that comes through and changes everything. It's a new beginning. It's passionate. It's fiery. It's lovely to see in a fire sign reading. All right. Current energy, please, for the fire signs. Now, the Lovers is about choices, but definitely some sort of message to do with love. I think it's like an underlying theme. It's almost like Spirit is hinting at it, but it's not the main focus, because Two of Pentacles and the Lovers have something in common, and it's the fact that they both are about decisions. It's about juggling something, needing to make a choice about something. So this is probably whatever this thinker energy is. It seems like it's something that you're leaving behind. So you might be making a choice for something else, whether you wanted to live a single life and then you come across someone and now you're at a decision of like, do I want to continue with what it is that I wanted, or do I want to change my goals a little bit to suit this new relationship that I have going on, or whatever it may be. All right, but it does feel like there is a decision coming up for you guys. But it's to do with taking this. I kind of feel like you might just come across an idea or some opportunity that you're like, do I take the leap of faith or not? Let's clarify the Ace of Wands. It could be some sort of travel for you guys. We have the Six of Swords. This is moving forward, moving on. It could again just be literally just moving with this time to go, like you're just changing things up a little bit. As you can see here, she has got her bags with her and she's being pulled by these crows, and these crows kind of represent the universe here pulling you forward. So it kind of feels like you're on a new path. I'm almost seeing like these three crows. So the universe has taken, what's interesting is I feel like you've been led somewhere by these three crows, and now they're kind of changing shifts over to something else, and now something else is leading you. So if you've had like a sudden change of heart, it just feels like that's the energy going on around you, is that you're being led by something different. Maybe your beliefs have changed, you know. Maybe what you used to enjoy doesn't, you know, satisfy you anymore, and now something's changing because it looks like something else is leading you forward, and it's not something that you're used to. Could just be that you've met someone new. You're in a new energy. But I do believe that some of you might have this very impulsive decision to change things up. And it does feel like a relocation for some of you. It could just be travel. Four of Swords. Some of you may have been healing for a while. Right now you're picking up your bags and moving. Four of Swords, it feels like with the Six of Swords, that wherever it is that you're going moving forward is healing to you. All right, so it could be for some of you might be going back home, back to a place that you know you felt comfortable in or feel comfortable in. Or maybe you're going to a place where you can settle down a little bit. Maybe something that is just spiritually healing for you, a place that's spiritually healing for you. What's the blockages this week for fire signs? The Chariot and the Devil. So what's kind of interesting. You know how I said before that something was leading you before? So I kind of feel like maybe you're to be where you were at. So sorry. Like I'm trying to really understand this. It's like almost like the Chariot was being pulled by something else in the past. Again, it could have just been this devil energy. Okay, that's just temptations. May have been pulling you in a direction that was more comfortable, or something that you may not have really enjoyed, but it was for the finances and that kind of false sense of stability rather than your happiness. You know, it's almost like you might have been led by this devil energy. It could have been just doing something out of revenge, or it could just be doing something because of what other people might think. It's kind of like those low vibes. It's not really doing it for yourself and your higher self. It's being led by something, maybe even out of fear. As you can see down here, this person's kind of being almost I don't want to say that word, it's kind of too much. Do I want to say it? No, I don't. But it's kind of having your head in your hands like this. It's like you don't want to deal with it anymore. You know, you're doing something out of fear. You're doing something to calm your mind from the lies that it's telling you, which it does from time to time. If you're in a negative state of mind, it's going to be tricking you. You see, like this devil is playing with this person's mind. So it feels like maybe the things that you were doing was because you were not in a right state of mind, or maybe there was some influences that you didn't even realize were influencing you. So now you're breaking free of that. Now something else is leading you. You guys are definitely being led more by the universe. This feels like much more of a pure energy where you're actually going to be able to rest. It could even been someone else, right? Cancer sign, Capricorn sign. Doesn't really matter. It's like your chariot was being led with the wrong intentions. But I don't think you even realized that until now. Now you're able to heal from it. Now you're able to understand it from this Four of Swords energy. So you're breaking free. All right, anything else for the fire signs? Advice for this week? The Hermit, Judgment in reverse. It does feel like we need to take a little bit of time to yourself to really understand a lesson with something, because judgment is usually about release. Judgment is about rising up to the next level, ascending, forgiving, understanding, and moving on. This Hermit, because this is reversed with the Hermit, it kind of feels like there is a little bit of a stuck energy. Maybe there is a need to understand something before you're able to move forward. Especially if, I understand if we have some hate still within us because of what people did, and we have all these low vibrational energies and we're not setting ourselves free. We're still chained to that same devil that had control over us, So they do say that forgiveness is more about freeing yourself. It's not ever for the other person, it's really for you. It's to relieve yourself from the pain that someone caused you and from repeating that pain over and over in your mind. So I do kind of feel like that is a message here. But the Hermit is, both of these are about enlightenment, but it's almost like they're saying here, spend some time alone, spend some time in reflection, really get to understand the situation for what it is. It's kind of a detached energy, so don't attach yourself to what happened, but look at it from a different perspective and try to see how we can move forward from that, okay? Four of Pentacles with the Ace of Pentacles. One thing I want to say, Four of Pentacles is usually a greedy energy. I don't really like it all the time, but in this deck I kind of do. I will explain a few messages that I see with this for you fire signs. The Ace of Pentacles is a new beginning. All right, don't be so stubborn in your ways that you're not accepting of something, all right, because this actually could be better than what you're holding on to. Four of Pentacles can sometimes be, it's not really a sense of greed, but it's a sense of lack. It's a lack of believing that you can attain more than what you have already. So you guys might be not really looking at an opportunity that's presented to you at this time because you're already busy doing something else. So I do believe that this is what's changing, and this could be what you're actually looking at differently, which is great. Four of Pentacles is, the advice usually coming from this is, again, don't put too much importance on something that actually may be taking up more time and energy than it needs to. If there is something else that comes into your life that offers you more freedom and offers you more expansion, then it's better to go with that, even if it looks unstable than what it is that you got going on. All right, just for a few of you, okay? It's just a certain message coming through. Because this person usually has everything blocked up, has no room for any more because it's holding on so tightly to the things that it's got. And that comes through as a lack of perspective. So if you're trying to manifest abundance and achieve abundance, whatever that means to you in whatever form, then just be mindful, because we might be holding on so much to some things that we have no room to grow. So pay attention to that. There's always room to grow, fire signs. And it does look like an opportunity is coming your way. I would suggest you save some things, put some things away, invest it if it's something that you feel called to do. And don't be afraid to give where giving is needed, but also understand the boundaries and healthy boundaries with that, because I feel like for some of you that I'm speaking to have been hurt by giving so much. So this is where that fear is coming in. It's like, now I have to hold on to everything, because if I let this go, someone else is going to do the same to me. And it's not true. I feel like somebody might be coming through in terms of love who actually has something to offer you, but you might not be seeing it because you're so busy focusing on what you don't want to give to people and what you want to hold to yourself, your love, your support. You have all these amazing, valuable things, but somebody else is offering you something valuable too. It's like sharing is caring with someone who really does care about you in terms of relationships, because that's what it feels like. Yeah, some of you will be taking a leap of faith when it comes down to love. Also in terms of maybe where you're putting your finances. Six of Pentacles too. All right, let's get you a keyword. You have regret. I know that I cannot change the past. It's similar to what we were saying earlier. It's like, maybe this is what this blockage is. Don't hold on to this regret, okay? Because maybe this is what's stopping you from moving forward completely, especially energetically and spiritually. If you've been feeling a bit blocked there, I think it's because you're still holding on to regret, the things that you could have done, should have done, but you can't. Times have changed. What you can do though is keep moving, keep growing, keep moving forward, all right? We grow, evolve, change, and learn through time. So there's no need to live in regret, all right? That's your affirmation. Let's get you some tea leaf tarot as well. Ooh. All right, some of you could be dealing with a younger woman. If that is the case, just beware. It could be something to do with this rat, or it might not be the younger woman. It might be the rat. Okay, so just pay attention. This says that someone's working against you behind your back. You could have some haters, or again, you could have had somebody who really hurt you in the past. You have lion, time to act. When we act, wishbone or wishes granted. And coins, money will be coming to you. So don't be afraid to take some action. It could be an opportunity that we could miss if we're not careful, okay? She's not even looked at it. That's what it feels like to me. She just has told herself so much in her head. It's like a conditioned belief. That's what it feels like. Where you're like, I'm not going to give my love away to anyone. It might have been something that you might have told yourself for a long time, or I'm not going to give to anyone because they'll just do me wrong, or it's never going to go in, the right way. I'm not going to take a leap of faith. I'm going to hold on to what I've got. When in reality, that belief might be actually stopping you from seeing something really amazing. All right. But anyways, action takes you to some financial success. So I also feel, again, for some of you, there is definitely love coming through, but it might not be your focus, but I do see it. But anyway, I wish you guys all the best. I'm sending you my love. Thank you so much for being here. I will do individual readings, so don't panic, everyone. But I will see you guys next time. All right.